Good evening, everybody. Let's see. Did I plug that? Okay. How's everybody doing this evening? And how was your week? Let's see who we got. We've got there's Linda Peterson, first one in. Got LJ Woodworks. LJ Woodworks is Todd Laginist. He's changed his title. Maybe you might want to come up and talk on panel now that you've got a channel and we want to promote it. We've got Old Man King Homestead. That's Peter and Evelyn Newman. And we got James Hall and Heather Landskron. Good evening. There is Old Flippin' Farmstead. Our Flipping Farmstead. And there's my buddy Chris. Adventure awaits. And Hiking with Jackie Boy. And Reverend Joe Jacobson. Man, this week went fast. I'll tell you. It's hard to believe that it's already Wednesday night again. There's Plywood. And Debbie Dratch. There's MT Homestead. MT Homestead. And we already got somebody in the basement. Let's see. Well, we'll catch up with the chat in a little bit. Let's get our first guest up. There's Lori prepping for heaven, too. Hey, Bill.
Hey, how are you?
How you doing?
Pretty good. Just wanted to make sure I beat Johnny Gillum here.
You beat him. He's not in it. What is it with this frame down in the basement? I don't like that. There's a frame other than you.
There's a present thing. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, present and invite.
Yeah.
Why they always got to change stuff? They always got to change.
I hear you.
Wow. Oh, you know, the guys that are working on our house, they only came one day last week, and that was planned. I mean, it's not like they ditched me or anything.
Right.
And then they were to come on yesterday, and they were here today, and they'll be here for the rest of the week. And they're going to skip a week because they have a project that was, scheduled before I scheduled my project. So they got to leave for a bit.
All right.
And they'll be back full on the next week. And I'm pretty sure they'll come pretty close to finish before that week is up.
That's good.
It's, you know what? I look at all the work that they're doing. And if I kept going at the rate that I was going at doing it myself, I would be like 90 years old.
Of
and
course.
I wouldn't be able to do it anymore anyway.
Look at my place. Look at all my place.
You got your countertops in.
Yeah.
You got your cabinets and countertop.
Yep.
Hey there,
got
Arlene.
that in. Finished editing the video here just an hour or so ago.
Paleto, is that how you pronounce that? Paleto Creations. Thank you for coming in.
It's a beautiful day up here today.
What did Todd say about coming in? He put out a couple of videos. He's always been in the chat, but he has started his channel, and he's got a couple of videos on there. Could somebody put LJ Woodworks link up, and I'll put it up on the thing. Let's see. Back to the bottom. Okay. So wow. Daylight still. Well, daylight is pretty late for us. I mean, it's getting later. By June it'll be 9:00 at night, and it'll still be slightly daylight.
It's about that now. up
Wow.
here 9 o'clock at night.
That's
And-
okay. I love the nighttime. I love it when the sun goes down. It's my quiet time.
It hit 58 degrees today at my place.
There it is. There it is, people. Go over and check it out. He's got a couple of videos out. I'll need to check and see if he's got any more, but I know he's got a short and a full size or full content video. I guess he's not going to come up. Didn't you say you did a live on something, Todd Legendus?
Thanks, Lori.
Maybe I'm mixing that up with somebody else. Yeah, I ordered a lot of the materials that we're working with. Like, I don't even remember how many years ago. It's less than 10, but more than 5. And the color is discontinued, so I can't get any more of that color, which is okay because it's PVC and it's painted, and I can get a color match and paint it myself, which is fine. It shouldn't be.
Right.
I might not even have an issue with it. I might actually make it and have the house done. I know this one section for sure I have to get something for, but I'm waiting until last. Got to get yourself out there. You get up on panel, you could possibly get 28 subscribers. I know he just started. Hey, there's Tim Castellano.
Yeah, James, it is. Everything's working fine now. It froze up twice this winter, but I got it all figured out what I needed to do to keep my water running. So everything's working good now.
We were in 75, 60 degree weather most of the last week, and then today we woke up to snow.
Wow.
Okay, hold on, he says. Hold on.
It hit 58 degrees here today.
I have not seen Todd Legendus's face, I don't think. I don't think he shows his face in his video. I would know if I saw it.
I think my next few videos are going to be building videos.
Cool. I kind of look forward to the house being done, but I'm kind of enjoying the process. I mean, these guys are fun to talk to, where we joke around and stuff. Probably never see them again after that. That's just the way life is.
Yep. There's so many people I was good friends with that I was working with, and then either they left the company or I left the company and never saw them again after that.
Mm-hmm. Coworker friends almost never last.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate that way, but they were your friends because you had to be friends. you were working with them every day. You better get along with them.
Well, Debbie, it is, it's a full day travel, and I leave out of Anchorage, Alaska, go down to Seattle, then Dallas, then to Tulsa is my flights. So I fly into Tulsa and then drive down. I could have flew into Oklahoma City, but just decided to fly into Tulsa.
There he is.
I don't know yet, James.
Hey there, Todd. How you doing?
Hey, Brian. How's it going?
Hey, Todd. How are you?
You know what? I have seen your face on Facebook.
Yes.
In pictures. I have not seen you in your videos or anything.
Yeah.
That's cool. Thank you so much for coming in.
Dump that.
Now, I wanted to ask Tim Costello. Are you going to try to come to the meetup? Because that's
That bar run?
no. He lives in Oklahoma.
Sorry, were you talking to me?
I will be in a second. I'm talking to Castellano before he leaves. Yeah. What is the dates on that again, people? Is it the 15th, 16th, 17th of May?
Mid America is 16, 17, 18
Yeah.
at Lake Eufaula.
So check that out if somebody wants to put the links for that one and the Tin Killer one. I'll put them up on the panel. Now I'm going to ask you, Todd. Are you going to get to go?
Yeah,
To
I'm
the,
a bar run. My wife is not. She's not interested in going, so I'll probably
Yeah.
be most likely on Sunday. Is what it's looking like right now.
oh, the food. She should come just for the food.
I told her she's missing out, but she's not too interested in doing it.
Well, it's when she sees the videos from it, then she'll want to go the next year.
Well, Brian, I am working on my next video, since you did bring that up. I'm going to show you. You have a sneak peek.
Hey there, Johnny. Hey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, that's
you
nice.
know what? I still don't understand how people do that. I mean, I guess I need to really sit down and watch it. And that is your video.
That's what that one's going to be. Not next, it'll be the one after that.
Yeah. I got a couple of videos lined up. Man, I got to force myself to put out a video a week along with my lives and then some shorts. And then that's why my channel is just stagnant.
Lazy Susan, you did.
Yeah, but Brian, you go live on a regular basis, which I don't.
Yeah, but I don't think they look at that as counting for too much when you go live. Live is more for fellowship, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think that you get a whole lot of, I don't know. I'll stop talking right now because some people will probably disagree.
You don't get very much after the fact views on lives. You get some, but you don't get very many after the fact.
Well, I personally look at my lives not to grow my channel a whole lot because that doesn't seem to be doing the situation. But I do like seeing my friends every week. So
Right.
lives are for watch hours. Yeah. Well, they used to be. It doesn't seem to do it for me anymore.
Well, you got to start going live more often.
Well, I am.
Three times a week.
As soon as this house is done, it seems like there's always an excuse, but this is big. I mean, these guys are here all day long, 5 days a week, and I got to be on top of what's going on, just doing my micromanage. I feel stupid sometimes micromanaging them, but there are certain things I want done a certain way.
Yeah. I remember hearing that lives was for getting your subscriber count up. Somebody said that one.
Lives used to be a lot more powerful about 2 years ago, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Some people might
YouTube changes constantly.
There's a Farm All Fanatic. So, okay, then you don't want to tell us what your other video's about. That's the one that's going to be next after the one you're going to put out next, right?
I've got shorts almost every day.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm going through my Instagram library and just converting them to shorts and putting them up.
Hey, Brian.
Hey,
James Hall is requesting you put the names back up for all of us up here on panel.
Banner.
So remove the hiking with Jackie Boy.
Is that under ticker? No.
No. Basically, I think just remove the hiking with Jackie Boy thing on the screen, and it should go back.
Oh, okay. You gotta leave hiking. Hiking with Jackie Boy, you gotta leave. There we go.
Yep, I'm still coming, Johnny. Everything's booked.
That's
So,
awesome.
going to Lake Eufaula Mid America meetup this year.
It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a fun. Well, it's not in the same month, but I'm going to two meetups that I'm pretty excited about.
How are you guys? I just see like your.
What's that?
What's that?
How are you guys seeing the chat? I see you.
Go up to the top where it says comments. The top right-hand corner.
Yep.
See comments.
I think you're on private chat. Click on comments.
I'm gonna screw something up. So if I jump, sorry.
Are you on a phone?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. It's different on a phone.
Oh,
You know what? I've never gone live on a phone or even well, no, that's not true. I think that's why I don't go live on a phone is because that live I tried to do with Bar Run Forge.
oh, okay.
Right there is the whole chat when
That
you're
makes-
on a computer.
Yep.
Yeah, the lighting. I was sitting out on my. I have a 4-season room that I sit out on and watching on the 55-inch TV. But to jump on, I figured I'd come out here to the shop because I got the.
Well,
best
look
light.
at that. That's just rolling through.
What are you showing?
He's showing you.
Why? Why?
You got your setup there, Brian?
My setup? No. Oh, you got the Laguna. I'm gonna good. I can pick your brain. We have the same lathe.
Yeah, if you got any questions about it, I can definitely probably help.
Mine's sitting there on the shop table with a blanket over it so it don't get dusty. Well, that's because I got to do a review video on it, and I don't want it all nasty looking.
I was gonna say they're supposed to be dusty.
Well, not when you first take it out of the box. So I'm going to take it out. It's already out of the box. I just showed the box, and then I'm going to show it out of the box, and then I'm going to start talking about it a little bit. I don't know how I'm going to do it.
Johnny, are you really going live tomorrow at 7 a.m.?
7.
That's what he said. Tomorrow at 7 a.m. There's at 7. I am going to doing a live about YouTube. I guess at 7. Is that 7 p.m.? Oh, okay.
Oh, well, that would be cool. That'll be cool. I'll be there. So how do you like your Laguna? How long have you had your Laguna? He's frozen. Oh,
Oh, I hear you now. Yeah, I froze for a minute. You guys, I'm not sure. Probably about coming up on 3 years, maybe.
oh, really?
Yeah, I've had it for a little.
Now, are your decals kind of loose on the lathe? Because
What decal are you talking about?
the one that goes across the bottom of it, the big one.
The one that says Laguna?
Yeah.
Nope, not at all.
I have to look at that because
It's easy. It's right there. I can touch it.
Mike of Wooden Things and Stuff, when he got his Laguna,
There is a cover, I believe, that goes over the top of it. So that may be what you're seeing starting to come off.
Huh. No, I'm talking about the big Laguna that's
I think I'm freezing up again.
on the side of it. So Paleto Collections or Creations, I'm sorry. How did you find out about my channel? Must have been definitely one of the channels I've been chatting in lately.
Looks like Todd dropped off.
He's doing something. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I was going to drop off. I got a few things to do tonight, so wanted to come up, say hi to everyone. So I think I'm going to go.
Well, you're always welcome, Bill. You know that.
Yep.
And thank you for coming up.
Sure. Thank you for having me.
It's a sleepy night. I felt it coming up on the other lives, but everybody seems sleepy tonight.
Have a good night, everyone.
All righty. You have a good one.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later, Bill. And Todd is trying to get back on. Maybe you should just close out completely and come back up. So, Johnny, did you do anything with that Jeep? Yes, I did last week. At least clean up my shop a little bit so that I can get started doing some things. And I do have a project that I'm working on. Hopefully I can get that out this week. I really shouldn't be too hard to do. It's almost finished. I just have to assemble it and paint it. And then there's another little project that has to do with the house, but it's such a complete project, more like a project than it is construction, is what I'm trying to say. I'm sleepy. That's what plywood says. Todd Legends is trying to come back up again. I got to make carts for my drill press. My drill press and my why can't I think of it? The bandsaw. I want it so that I can roll those suckers outside on a beautiful day and work. And there's Last Breath Woodworks. Good evening. How you doing, Josh? And there's Johnny.
Howdy.
Is I don't know what to do with Todd Legends. I guess I'll just leave him there and see if he comes back. So what do you got going on, Johnny? That we I know your birthday was. I missed your birthday live. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
But
happens.
There's Bailey Woodworks.
Hey, Bailey. So you asked about the Jeep.
Yeah.
I actually started working on it this morning. So I'm underway with that. I'm disassembling some things because I've got to be able to get I had to go to Harbor Freight and get a couple of tools that I didn't have here. Can you imagine, of all the tools that I have, I have tools. I've got tools. I buy tools all the time. I end up with, I go to auctions and ends up with 5-gallon buckets of tools and everything else. And then all of it got halted because I needed a short Phillips screwdriver. Like, one of the little short ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could not get to these screws that I needed to get out on this Jeep without that. So I had to shut down and go to town, but I'll get back on it in the morning and hopefully I'll get something turned over because I bought a massive, 3/4 inch pry bar for that thing, breakover bar. So I'm hoping I can get it turning. If I can get it turning, man, I've got that thing whipped if I can get it turning. So I had to stop by HF for headset magnification visor. Harbor Freight. Yeah.
Did Todd just try coming back in? Let me see. Nope. I had to stop my HF for the headset magnification.
Harbor Freight. Went by Harbor Freight and got it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Harbor Freight, I wonder how that's going to get affected, Harbor Freight, like with the tariff stuff and everything. Because, all that stuff is offshore, all of it.
Okay, Todd Legend said I gave up. And I want to thank you so much for coming in. It's awesome to get to see you. And maybe next time you will have more success being on the panel.
Todd, I know what you mean there by getting old sucks. It really, really, really does. I bumped my knee today on something. I don't even remember what I bumped it on. I bumped it on something, and man, I have limped around all day. And I mean, it couldn't have been that big a deal, but if I was younger, it probably wouldn't have been any deal at all. But now it is.
My knee is acting up, and I know why my knee acts up when it does is when I go up a ladder for some reason, and I don't notice that I'm doing it, but when I go up a ladder, I somehow go with my knee sideways, and it's not good for it. And then it's like I did something to it, and therefore it'll hurt for like a week. And that's what I did. I had to go up on top of the house to try to show them what I wanted on that window frame, and probably did it on that ladder. That's probably the highest I've climbed on a ladder in a long time. Last
Breath Woodwork said, I've had really good luck with Harbor Freight hand tools. Power tools have been 50-50. Well, I have I think it's one power tool from Harbor Freight, and it is a 1/2-inch drive Bauer corded impact, and that thing is a beast. I mean, it's an absolute beast. It's really weird because it doesn't have the ground. It's just got a 2-prong, plug. That's it. It doesn't even have the, what everything else in the world has nowadays. And I'll tell you what, that thing is an absolute beast. It'll bust them lug nuts loose off that. I've got a semi cab out here, and man, it'll bust lug nuts like you wouldn't believe. It's crazy. And it'll get away from you. If you don't watch it, you'll be wrapped up in that thing.
Well, Kevin, that's a smart idea to do. Even if you are young and vibrant, you should still have something that makes it people can track you if you're going hiking.
Yes. Wait till you hit 70. I don't even want to think about 70, Lee. I do not. Because I tell you what, 60 is.
Did you feel it?
Fun, not fun. I'm telling you, it is not fun at all. Every day the check engine light is on.
Did you feel it when the numbers went like this?
I did. I mean, literally. I mean, you know that whenever you first turn a teenager, like you're going to be 13, I remember this. I thought I'd feel a whole lot different from 12 to 13 being a teenager, and I didn't feel any different. I'll tell you what, from 59 to 60, yeah, I'm feeling it.
Or was it more like one of those clocks from the 80s where it goes click? Fisherman 506 is in here. Good evening.
That's Lee. Yep.
And Damoosh 1829.
I'm 62 in 1 week, says Damoosh. Damoosh, what is your name? Because I know I should know it. And I'm one of them people, if I hear it or see it once or twice, I'll know it from now on. So, well, I used to be that way. Let's just say that. I turned 60 the other day, so I may not be that way anymore.
You know what?
Glenn.
I'm 54, and it's going to be here quick because I know how that is when you hit the 5th year of a decade. It just it's gone.
Yeah, you might as well just Well, just think. When I think the senior discount starts at 55 for most places.
See, there's something to look forward to.
Yeah, there you go. The senior discounts are something to look forward to. But you know, I had to hit 60 to get a senior discount at the Chinese buffet here in Tahlequah. Yeah. So I can hardly wait to go in there and give them a reason.
Now it costs twice as much. So you're not even breaking even. I am so looking forward to getting in the car and going and doing stuff and hanging with Dexter and stopping at places. And
Yeah.
I mean, going on a long road trip isn't all. I mean, it can get tedious after a while, but then you start having fun again, and until you start seeing cars piling up and they scare the crap out of you.
You know,
A couple of times on that last trip, that was kind of freaky.
I wish this was back. I wish we were back in like the early 80s and I could go like on a road trip on Route 66. I think that would be cool. Just cruising Route 66 and like one of my hot rods or something like that. I got a black GTO. I would really like to drive down Route 66 for sure.
I can see there you go. 60 has been fun halfway through. Yeah, Tim messaged me on my messenger. I must have missed his message or something.
In a week and a half, you turn 51. Wow, 51. Man, to be 51 again. When I was 51, I could do stuff. At 51, yeah, I could do anything I wanted to do at 51, I'm telling you.
Yes, do what
60.
Do what Heather says. Like the video. Like it.
Yeah, that's Reverend Joe. That's the reason why I said back in the 80s. I'd like to have done it back in the 80s. You can still drive parts of it. I mean, it goes right through, here pretty close to where we live, actually. But yeah, that used to be if you were going to California, you drove Route 66. I mean, that was just it. I mean, you got on 66 and went. But yeah, it's a lot different now.
I would like to do that sometime and see some of the roadside attractions.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody who personally knows me knows that I love the big fiberglass statues and stuff like that. It's fun for me, and those are the types of videos I watch.
Hey, Troy.
Howdy. That's Troy.
We went Route 66 years ago in a Chevy Tracer. You almost did it right. I'm 4 miles from 66. Yep. You're not that far, Sean.
What's Troy up to? You got that bathroom built yet? He said he wasn't going to have it, so I won't pick on him about it.
Took 4 weeks, said Lee. 4 weeks to drive that. 4 weeks.
Well, it's broken up, and you have to go around stuff to get to it back on it again. So it's like you can't just travel. You gotta break, and then you have to go up through another state and then come back down. Get back on it again.
Yeah. He said he's been working tail off on finishing the shop. Troy said that. And I need to start on mine. I really need to do a bunch of stuff in there. First thing I need to do is get the cars out. If I get the cars out, that will give me gumption to do things in there that need to happen.
Get yourself one of those temporary ones so that you can take a car out of your way when you're working on stuff.
A temporary what?
A temporary carport or something.
Yeah, I've got on my, I think we haven't had rain in so long that, and I really don't have many chances for rain here. I think I was thinking about just pulling the GTO out and I've got a car cover and just throwing it over it and just letting it sit outside while I work in the shop for a few days and get it I'm building workbenches, and Christine bought me another toolbox the other day, and I need to get it set up in there, and I think I need to build a new shop so I have room. There you go. I need this one just for storage, I guess, and I need another one to work. You're right. Yeah.
See, that's a maker's video, Johnny. That's a maker's video.
Hey, I tell you, I started it. I mean, I actually did a video where I said, all right, here's this wall. And then I came back later and I said, here's this wall now, because I did all the benches and stuff. And then Christine, she wanted me to build benches and stuff out here in her shelving. It's I call it workbenches because I can work on the top of it and stuff like that. And then I make other layers beneath it where you can store. And so, yeah, I spent one whole day building shelving out here in her shop, and I built it all from scratch. It's not like I went and bought a bunch of stuff that was supposed to be turned into shelving. I mean, plywood and 2x4s is what it is. So
Todd Laginus, there is if you have an Apple phone, it's probably because it needs to be updated. I saw that they were doing that this last week. I mean, that's a possibility why your phone's not functioning properly.
Troy, you're not that old, are you, Troy?
He's younger than me by a year.
His gumption is outrunning his body. Man, you can't be that way yet. And I'm not near the oldest person in this chat for by no means. And there's guys still doing stuff, but 60's hitting me hard, guys.
Gathered Together Homestead is in here.
Yeah. Just can't escape the consequences. I used to work at a machine shop a long time ago, building engines and stuff like that. And I would work in the, we had that, what do you call it? The vat. We had a pressure vat. And so we had a crane to lift those blocks up and set them in their vat, but the crane was extremely slow, zzz, and then you swing it over there and zzz, down in there. And I was impatient, so I was putting all those in there by hand. And my boss told me at that time, he said, one of these days you're going to regret that. And I do.
Yes, Troy.
I had a donut on Route 66 today. There you go. I'd like to do a donut on 66.
That is the case. It's not necessarily how old you are, it's how many miles you put on your body. And some of us farmers that have been out there working in the fields and all the stuff, corn crops, grape vineyards, cattle farms, that's hard work on your body.
Yeah. Roofing, being, if you're a carpet layer, hard on them knees, stuff like that.
You better start saving up for your hip replacements the day you start that job.
Yeah. I need a hip replacement.
Yeah, but yes, but carpet layers,
yeah,
that is horrible on their legs.
Yeah. Whenever I graduated college, I put myself through college framing houses. And so I was 30 before I ever went to college, and I was framing houses. And I tell you what, that whenever you're putting up at I believe it we were putting up. Let's see, what was the decking on it? It was like a 7. It was the decking was is 15/16. They wanted a tongue and groove decking on the top of this friggin' house. It was like 15/16 tongue and groove. Putting that stuff up, because you have to lift it and then you basically bench press it on up to the guys up on the roof, and then they grab it from you and pull it on up. Yeah. My college fund was baling hay. That was my school money there. That's what I did whenever I was a young kid, baling.
You know, I only did a couple of days of baling hay stuff kind of work, and
hauling.
That is tough stuff.
Well, it was. It's not that bad anymore. Round bales are, you just got to have a tractor and, equipment to move it around. But whenever you're hauling them square bales and you're, like 12, yeah, it's tough. Yes, masonry guys break down too. Yeah, everybody breaks down that does hard work like that.
Yeah, you talk about laying carpet. I knew this one guy that was his sole job when refurbishing hotels and motels was to lay the carpet. So he did that for all day long.
Yeah. Pounding that knee into that carpet, stretching it.
I don't even know how that's physically possible. I don't. You would think after the first week you'd be done. Well, it looks violent, okay?
Yeah, it's hard on your knees, I'm telling you. And your back, because you're always bent over.
And your ankles, because you're sitting on them.
High school football and a vehicle wreck did my body in. I've had some vehicle wrecks, but I think the hardest ones were the motorcycle wrecks, though. That's where I broke stuff, is motorcycle wrecks. I never broke anything in a vehicle wreck, but boy, I sure did on motorcycle.
You got to be in one of those lucky motorcycle wrecks when you hit the back and then you flip up on the top and you're just kind of sitting there wondering what the heck happened.
Oh, you're talking about some of that stuff you see on YouTube or some short or something where they just kind of roll around for a minute. And they're just like,
he said that one guy, he was sitting on the top of the car he hit, and the car's still driving down the road. And he's like, where am I?
Yep. James, been there, done that, buddy. We hauled a lot of hay. We were at one time we made 25 cents a bale hauling square bales. The only problem was we had to split that 25 cents a bale between three of us. So, that cut it down quite a bit. We had one driver, wasn't me. And then we had someone who would put had to buck it onto the trailer, and then we had the stacker. And I was the one who had to walk and buck. So, luck of the draw, I guess. I don't know. Slept at the kitchen table while the canner was going. Route 66 runs right through Yukon. Yep.
Somebody said something about Route 50.
They said Route 50 still goes all the way across the country.
Got good stuff on it.
I need to see where Route 50 goes. Getting your kicks on Route 66.
Yeah, I got to do that someday. Could be part of my channel.
Yeah, we can. I'll tell you what, whenever you come over, we'll drive over to 66 over here. And
oh, is it that close? I've never sat down and looked at the map to see where.
We'll go over here and get on 66 over here. And
is there a dinosaur on it?
We'll see what we can find. Sean, is there a dinosaur over there that we can see on Route 66?
I want to ride a dinosaur. No, I always thought those were cool. I'm just that way. I mean,
Yeah,
some
all
of you
that.
might remember the Muffler Men
Yes.
70s. It was actually the late 60s and 70s. Well, I watched this one channel and I put one of his videos on my Vineyard Farmhouse group. Because they were trying to locate a rare model. And I wanted to see if anybody maybe had seen it.
We'll go over to the whale. I know right where the whale is. It's over by Coeta.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I want to see the whale. I'll do a video at the whale.
Yeah, we'll go over to the whale. You can do a Route 66 video. We'll eat at JL's barbecue when we do
So at any rate, that
that.
you know what? American Giants is the title. That is such a cool thing to follow. I mean, I don't care what your genre is, you'll enjoy that because it's all about those big fiberglass statues that you used to see in the 60s and the 70s, and they're remodeling them or refurbishing them and repainting them, and cool stories. I really enjoy it.
So there's a totem pole over there too.
I wouldn't be surprised if you guys don't have a Muffler Man in your area.
Didn't you see the one right there by not too far from the hotel you stayed at last year?
No, I didn't. No, I
It's
didn't.
between there and Tenkiller.
I know I saw one on the thruway, and we have two Indian muffler. Well, they're called Muffler Man as a whole, the whole group of them. But there's an Indian version, and there's two of them at this one reservation. They're pretty.
We'll
cool.
go over and look at the Golden Driller in Tulsa. That's a big statue. Have you ever heard of that, the Golden Driller?
No. Or where is that local to?
Over at the fairgrounds in Tulsa.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I was watching this one video. They had the statue of an Indian that probably stood about, I don't know how tall it was, a little bigger than a Muffler Man. And
Was
they
it
went
the
to
Mifflin Man or the Muffler Man?
no, this was a one-time deal. They only made one of them, and it was out of chicken wire and plaster and everything. And they went to go move it, and it kinked, and the whole thing just disintegrated.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 60 years old.
Thank you, Mitzi. Me too.
Hi, Mitzi. Mitzi
DeLuca.
DeLuca.
Yep. So yeah, they made a muffler man over there at one of the tire places. They do tire and exhaust over there, not too far in Tahlequah. Tenkiller went there after the first meetup for 2 to 3 weeks around Oklahoma and Texas.
Say, what did you just say?
Who?
You.
I was just reading what Linda said.
They
That's
do
it.
Muffler Men what?
They built a muffler man at the tire and muffler shop that is just right down the road from where you stayed. And yeah, at Big Cabin, there's the Big Chief, right? So, yep, 66, it's in Oklahoma, it's a big deal.
I'm gonna have to look at the map because there is a mapping of where all of those things are, and I'm gonna try to see if I can at least stop at a couple of them. That would be a cool video.
Yeah, it would be, especially if like when I think doesn't 66 it comes down from like Chicago and comes. I mean, James, you're gonna have to help me here. I haven't been up that north area, but I think it comes like down from Chicago, across Oklahoma, and then comes down parts of comes down through Missouri, Oklahoma, and then just goes west. So they have two outside the Big Chief truck stop. Big Chef or Big Chief? I'm going to say Big Chief.
It's too bad stuff like that. Just, you know, a lot of them just were, you know, dilapidated, and they ended up getting thrown away.
Yep.
Some of them are really rare.
That's what I thought, James and Linda. Start out around Chicago and go to California. They're kind of a way. Way down and then across.
Is that a pretty big section near you?
What, a 66?
Section of 66? Yeah.
It goes all the way across Oklahoma.
Oh, wow. Well, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I've watched a bunch of stuff about it, but I never actually looked at the map to see where it actually leads.
Yeah. Yeah, it's different places. It's butchered up, but it used to be the bomb at one time.
I think that's how my parents moved across country, is on Route 66.
Hi, Ginger.
Back in the 65.
Ginger and Joey's their anniversary today.
Happy anniversary.
Yep. Happy anniversary, you guys.
So you're going to be on 7:00 tomorrow to talk about branding and stuff? Is that what I understood? YouTube related business side?
Yeah.
We'll talk about it a little bit if there's anything to say.
Yep.
No, you mentioned it in the chat. Promote it. Never mind. He wants to keep it a secret. Nobody
No,
shows.
there's no secret. I mean, it's just talk about how to, you know, I mean, we had help from some friends of ours on at one time on like the search engine optimization and stuff like that. So I was going to just talk about stuff like that. I'm going to tell folks right now, if you don't have a program like TubeBuddy, and it's a free program, TubeBuddy is. If you don't have something like TubeBuddy to help you out, it's well worth it to get that so you can look at stuff.
Have a good night.
And when I say look at stuff, like you can tell so many more. I mean, a lot of people go, well, I've got YouTube analytics and I can do everything from that. You know, you can't. Not everything. TubeBuddy does things that YouTube analytics would only dream of doing. So, just saying. Do you have TubeBuddy?
No, I don't. Somebody tried to talk to me about that, and I don't remember what happened to the conversation. I don't know what happened, why I didn't check it out.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, it was Pooch. Pooch was talking to me about it, and then I forgot about it. So this is the first time I've heard about it in a long time.
Yeah. So what'd y'all do today, Ginger? Was you guys even together today?
Ooh. What's that conversation? All the workbenches are made from bowling alley lanes from Route 66 bowling alley.
At the corner of Portland and Route 66 in Oklahoma City. Wow. So, yeah, on the little Jeep, I'm pretty stoked. There was something weird that happened today though. And I've got to look into it more because this thing has been out here. Like I had it on I actually the other day I saw something on Facebook Marketplace, and I had that Jeep still on the trailer. The Jeep, when I bought it, pulled it up there with the four-wheeler, all that stuff from the auction, it's been on that trailer the entire time. Well, we saw something on Facebook Marketplace, and yay, Ginger.
That makes sense, Todd Legend, as far as
That's
the
good news.
mail. Yeah.
But 100% mail. So anyway, so I saw Sunday evening, right? Sunday evening, you know, everybody's going into that downtime mode. You know, they're getting ready for the week, you know, so they're just wanting to kick back, you know, at the house and not really take on anything new. Well, guess what? Something pops up on Facebook Marketplace that was 2 hours and 45 minutes away that required me to have a trailer. So I backed that little Jeep, that trailer right up here by the house, and shoved it off, and me and Christine, we headed south for 2 hours and 45 minutes. We got home after we picked up what we got. We got home about 10 o'clock at night, I guess. And it must have been, hopefully it didn't worsen Christine's health issues going riding all that way, because that was a long trip. It was, I mean, it's almost 6 hours in the car. So yeah. So
I put out a video this week. I didn't mention it. I should have mentioned it earlier in the when people were in here. Now it's late and everybody's leaving. But please go check out my video I put out. I'm gonna really try to jump on that and put my makers videos out. They'll still be I have video footage of the house being sited on my house and my parents' house. So that's going to be coming out eventually. As soon as I figure out how I want to present it. Thank you, Lori, for watching. And yes, please go check it out. Comment on it. Like it and stuff. What? Do the stuff.
And do the stuff. Watch it 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. If everybody went and watched it right now, it might stoke.
It might
stoke the analytics. Look, they're leaving to watch it. It's only 5 minutes. You can spare 5 minutes.
You can spare 5 minutes and pick folks. So James hadn't got there yet. He's going to do it though.
He will.
And Last Breath Woodwork's going to watch it tonight.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a simple little video. It's not a hard build. It's sometimes I'll do a simple video where you could accomplish it in a day or less. Most of it was drying time. So yeah, please go check it out. And it is 11 o'clock, and you're going to want to go over and see Peter at Old Man King Homestead. So thank you, everybody in the chat. And my moderators for protecting my channel. Thank you, Johnny and Bill, for coming up, and Todd Laginist. Todd Laginist, try again. Try again next week if you want. You're always welcome. Anybody's always welcome. And we will see you again next week, Wednesday, 9 o'clock Central. Bye for now. Johnny.
Usually I can put my thumb anywhere in here and it'll do that weird thumbs up deal. Bye, everybody.
You're such a goof.